Zaidan is very busy. He is a happy baby. He is, I think, very resilient. I admire him for being so young and going through so much. He has overcome a lot. I learned about Zaidan's diagnosis at my 20-week appointment. I think I went blank. They gave me this diagnosis, didn't know what he was saying. It was like they were talking a foreign language, really.
He was born with Hypoplastic Left Heart Syndrome, so instead of having two ventricles or two pumping chambers, he was born with just a single pumping chamber. And that, of all the conditions that we see, is the most complicated condition.
After I delivered him, I got to hold him for a few minutes, but they reminded me, Mom, we've got to move very quickly. In my head, I wondered, am I going to get to see him again?
Zaidan underwent a Norwood procedure at about 3 or 4 days of age, and the operation actually went very, very well. Unfortunately, he had an unusual complication after the operation. He basically had a heart attack, and so that one pumping chamber, which is all he was born with, was put in a position where it really couldn't support his body the way it was supposed to.
I can just remember him having just IV pumps and meds, and it was just so much. Very, very, very overwhelming. There was a point, just being honest, that I thought he is not going to be able to survive this.
When he had his heart attack, his risk increased substantially, and I would say that there probably was a 60 or 70% chance that he wasn't going to survive. And without a new heart, there probably was a 100% chance that he wouldn't have survived.
My biggest concern was, is he going to survive the wait? They were coming in and having to basically revive him back to back 2 and 3 times a day. That hope started dying. I think I was at my weakest point.
When we found a donor for Zaidan, we obviously were very excited. So I went to get the heart, and as we're going to get the heart, we go over the exact area where the heart walk's going on, and that was a really special feeling to know that those two paths were crossing at the same time. I was a little conflicted because I was sad that I was going to miss the heart walk that day, but I was more excited that Zaidan was actually going to get a heart.
I remember trying to sit in the lobby, and I got up and I probably paced a little bit. And at that point, I think I made the decision to go ahead and go out to Uptown so that I could be in the midst of the walk.
For Marquita, going to the heart walk on the day when Zaidan was getting his heart was probably a blessing for her. And it gave her an opportunity to show her support for Zaidan.
There's tons of people, and they're out showing their support and just kind of coming together. It was just so uplifting to be in the midst of all of that. We left Uptown with like I guess a trail of people heading up to the hospital we want to go check on Zaidan too.
And I think that that's the great thing about the Heart Walk is it unites everybody for a common cause, which is really beautiful.
When they came out and explained that they were finished with the surgery, they wanted to let me know that they felt like it was a success. We had a party. A celebration of life, if you will. I have a whole new level of respect for the American Heart Association. I know that without that research, without that knowledge, we wouldn't have Zaidan today. He would not have survived.
Zaidan was definitely a fighter all along, and seeing Zaidan and his family at the Heart Walk this year was extremely rewarding. It's one of the best parts of my job is seeing kids who are critically ill, and then fast forwarding a year or 2 years and seeing what looks like a totally normal kid running around.
I want to continue to participate in the Heart Walk because I know that there are other families that will experience what we've experienced, and physicians are going to need answers.
And the American Heart Association has done a great job because it makes people aware of what the problems are that are out there. It gives them an opportunity to help support those, and that makes cardiac care better.
It is very special that Zaidan's transplant anniversary will fall around Heart Walk.
Zaidan today can really live a normal life. The major concerns for Zaidan moving forward are related to how long his heart's going to last. And what we really hope is that There are going to be things that come out of the research that's done with the American Heart Association funds that will help us to get these hearts to last longer. And the future's really bright. I'm really optimistic that he's going to have a long and healthy life.
10 years from now, I would want Zaidan to know how grateful our family is for the American Heart Association and all that you guys do. Zaidan, you have a second chance at life because of the American Heart Association. I am so proud of you for everything that you've endured. If you can do anything you want to do, you can be anyone that you want to be. And I want you to know that I love you very much.